picks up his bags, broken goods, laid with jewels, calm and dirt. But the look on his face tells a story of place that I can't explain. Wash away all my fears. Rain down, rain down. Clean my past, dry my tears. True love. The Papa speaks up for a crumb of their life. Scowls of distaste feel the face. Is there a love I've been told, or a hand I could hold in this place? Papa lies down to the life he chose. Tired and weary, lays to sleep. A man picks his pocket of a precious gold locket from another place. Wash away all my fears. Rain down, rain down. Clean the past, dry my tears. True love, true love. Rain down, rain down. Clean the past, dry my tears. Wash away all my tears. Rain down, rain down. Clean the past, dry my tears. True love.
What's up? What's up? What's up? So, of course, like usual, whenever there's news, whenever there's anything big that's happening, of course, your boy goes live and we talk about it. So, I want to talk about this. National Inflation Association. Today, the Dow Jones is down 377 points or 1.53%. The NASDAQ is down 85 points or 0.95%. Gold is down $19.60 or 1.14%. Silver is down 21.5 cents or 1.42%, and even copper is down 0.38 cents or 1.61%. But palladium up $3.99 or 0.52%. So what is NIA alluding to, you ask? In NIA's opinion, palladium is currently the world's #1 most undervalued precious metal. On March 16th, the platinum/gold ratio bottomed at an all-time low of 39 cents and has since bounced by 17.95% to a current level of 0.46. Since 1998, the average palladium/gold ratio has been 1.352, which is 193.913% above its current level. Benton Resources, BEX in Canada. Benton Resources. Let me show you guys Benton Resources. I own Benton Resources, by the way, guys. So full disclosure, I do own Benton Resources. 10,000 shares. I am up on it. I haven't sold it. I think it's going to go way higher, and there's got to be a reason why National Inflation Association is talking about it all the time. So something's up, and we're going to get into it. And this news just broke, so I thought I'd bring it to your attention. Benton Resources. Just go to Webull, type in Benton Resources. You see the American symbol BNTRF at 865. Still really cheap, and nobody really knows, right? And BEX in Canada. Look at this. Just a 4.5 cents at 11.5 cents. And same thing, 22,000 shares, nobody knows, right? Why is NIA pushing so hard? Benton Resources, BEX 19.68% owned Clean Air Metals, which is about to go public on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol AIR, is the owner of Thunder Bay North / Escape Lake and the only high-grade palladium project in North America that has 1 ounce of palladium for every 1 ounce of palladium. BEX also owns a 0.5% NSR royalty in Thunder Bay North Escape Lake. The executive chairman of AIR, Jim Gallagher, The executive chairman of AIR, Jim Gallagher, was CEO of North American Palladium in December 2019 when it sold for Canadian $1 billion. If we compare Thunder Bay North Escape Lake to North American Palladium's nearby LAC Des Lies mine, Thunder Bay North / Escape Lake has palladium grades that are 5.28 times higher than Lac des Îles. If we compare Thunder Bay North / Escape Lake to Generation Mining on the CSE, GENM. Generation Mining. 35 cents. 35 cents. To Generation Mining's GENM's 51% owned Marathon project, Thunder Bay North Escape Lake has palladium grades that are 6.57 times higher than Marathon. Interesting. So despite the fact this is 35 cents, essentially what they're doing is they're comparing them to GENM, saying that they've got 6.57 times more quality palladium, higher grades than Marathon, whose stock is worth 200% higher at 35 cents, as opposed to BEX, who's at 11.5 cents. So I read this news, and then I'm like, okay, what are they getting for this, right? You guys want to learn something? So then I read a little bit further. It says past performance is not an indicator of future returns. NIA is not an investment advisor and does not provide investment advice. Always do your own research, and make your own investment decisions. This message is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. Just like Rich TV Live, we don't make any recommendation to buy, hold, or sell any securities. We just educate and entertain the public and give you our opinion on different news and different information that's happening in the world of investing, entertainment, sports, and entrepreneurialism specifically, because I'm an entrepreneur and I like to educate people about what's happening. Why is BEX in the news all the time. Why is National Inflation Association, who's preparing Americans for hyperinflation, why are they pushing it so hard? Here's why. This message is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. NIA's president has purchased 1.05 million shares of BEX in the open market. So he is just like me, an investor in the company, except he has way more shares. I have 10,000. He has 1,000,005 shares. He intends to buy additional BEX shares prior to Clean Air Metals going public, which means he could have bought today. Sometime after Clean Air Metals goes public, he intends to sell his BEX shares for a profit. Sounds like me. I'm going to sell my shares for profit too. This message is meant for informational and educational purposes only and does not provide investment advice. National Inflation Association. There they are, guys. So you guys want to know? Everyone's like, who are these guys? Who's National Inflation? Where are you getting these picks? Who's NIA? Who's National Inflation Association? Guys, I've been in this game for a long time, man. Okay? So, trust me, man. You ain't going to get much past me, man. So, there's a lot of guys out there, but, there's only a few that actually know what's going on. So, National Inflation Association, guys. Benton Resources. I am a shareholder. I'm not trying to tell you to buy the stock. It's not what I'm trying to do. But I'd like to know, what do you think? Am I the only one that thinks that something's coming? Something big? I'm going to show you their last pick. Ready? Because this is what I do. This is their last pick. ITKO, Idaho Champion. They started doing this a few months ago. Let's take a look at the 6-month chart. You can see here they were at 3 cents. 3 cents. So November 29th, they were at 3 cents. December, January, February, March, April. 5 months later, they're at 19.5 cents. Gold miner, 21% up today, 19.5 cents. Idaho Champion, ITKO, and you can see they've been as high as 21 cents. See how they started too? Really slow, really slow. 1 or 2 good days of volume, but just slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. Right around 8 cents, right? 8 to 10 cents. Notice that? 8, 9, 8, 9, 10 cents. And then boom, explosion. Up to 21 cents. And that was on the last huge run that gold had. The last huge run that gold had, you could see the explosion here on the MACD. You could see the explosion here on the RSI, all the way up to 80 on the RSI. So since then, it's consolidating, right? See it coming down? See it coming down? Consolidate. Consolidated, consolidated, came up, consolidated, come up, consolidate, come up, consolidate, come up. Boom. And this is where it's at right now. This is their last deal. ITKO. I started talking to everyone about this deal when it was at when it was at 8 cents. It's right now at 19.5, so it's doubled. So my question is BEX going to do the same? Because they did the exact same thing with ITKO. And I remember watching ITKO and nothing was happening. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, is anything ever going to happen with this? Well, here's BEX. Started at 5 cents. Kind of looks similar, doesn't it, guys? Started at 5 cents, went up a little bit, slowly but surely, a little bit of buying. This is probably when those guys got in, when I think about it. Probably got in at 5 cents, started buying it up, buying it up. This is when we talked about it. It's funny. We talked about it. And this is why I say to you guys, don't just go and buy something because I talk about it, because that's just silly. Look at what happened. I go and I talk about it, and boom. See this big green spike here of 1 million shares of buying? It's kind of funny. I wonder where that came from. I just talked about it one day. Said it was my secret stock pick. Said the NIA had a secret pick. The very next day I was live. I was talking about it. And while I was live, this thing exploded. Made a huge run up to 14.5 cents. I'm sitting there going, guys, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And then it came back down. And then when it came back down, I bought some. Now, I'm going to disclose that I bought some on all my videos. I've been disclosing it. Everybody knows that I own shares in Benton Resources. It's not a surprise. What is a surprise that somebody would want to chase something like this? You don't need to do that. Don't need to chase it. Like, that's silly because look, comes back down. Now, do I think it'll go back to 14 and a half? Yeah. Why not? Look at ITKO. ITKO sure did. Went to 21. So why can't Benton Resources? This was their last, ITKO was their very last pick. Took a few months, but look at that move. See how it eventually made a move? Bex hasn't even made a move yet. So when people are like, oh, Rich, when's Bex going to move? I'm like, hey, man, I don't know. I just know I'm ready. So when they move, I'll be ready. But do you see how, look at the trend. You guys see something. I'm going to draw the trend for you. It's the trend line. It's just right on the trend line. So at this pace, we go higher. At least to 15. So the trend line is climbing. Clearly. Volume, slow volume here, but there's been one or two big days, and I think this was actually us. Our guys getting it. I know quite a few people that told me they bought it 13 and 14, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why in your right mind would you do that? But anyways, I need you guys to really understand what's going on here in these markets. So don't go and chase anything, okay? Because they're usually going to just come right back down. Because guys that are buying at 5 cents, they're going to sell to you guys at 14.5 cents all day long. All day long. It's going to come back down, and maybe they'll buy it back at 10. So if you guys are trading, you want to be snipers and ninjas. You don't want to be chasing anything at the highest point. Look at the charts, guys. Pull up your charts. And look at the charts. Okay? The charts tell you a lot. They tell you a story. Just to say what's up to people in the room. What's up, Mike the Vike? Mike the Vike. This is the American symbol here, BNTRF. This company hasn't even started, guys. This is a junior miner. Richie Rich, a junior palladium miner. What's up, Kevin? Mike the Vike is in Montreal. What's up, my friend? Did I see oil? Of course. I'm watching everything at all times, guys. I watch the markets 24/7. Yo, Dylan, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Pluto Mines, how you doing, man? Dylan Fraser says, was expecting you in the hot tub. Yeah, maybe later on, man. I'm busy, man. That's time for relaxed time. There's just too many things going on right now. Super busy, man. Morris, how you doing, Morris? Did you get your phone set up or what? Morris, we're going to go live. I got our own Zoom room. So we're going to go live here soon and start trading as a team. So I'm going to give you the link, and we'll get you going, brother. Alex says, Rich, my dude's company Harvest been up over 100% this week. Was telling y'all he kept reporting ridiculous numbers. I hope people winning. Finally green on them after averaging down and feels good. Hey, good work, bro. Harvest is up 100%? Are you talking about Harvest Health and Recreation? Mohammed Khan, are you really rich? It's a very odd question. RD Sully says, Bex is also a good stock, right? I think it has a chance to be good. I'm showing you guys their very last deal. And it's doing good. It was up 21% today. I think Bex has a chance to be good. I do. I think they have a chance to be good. And especially if gold goes higher. If the price of gold, which I believe will, goes to 2,000, I think there's a very good chance. You can see we've seen gold as high as 1828. If we see gold go to 1,900, 1,950, 2,000, which would be all-time highs, which I believe we will see. I believe we're going to see a move from Bex. That's why I own shares. But I might be wrong. I am up right now. I'm not interested in selling at these levels. Might come back to haunt me, but I still think that there's a lot coming. I mean, nothing's happening. Like, other than this one spike, which wasn't even on news, this was just me talking to the community about it and people going weird. But that's not the way people should be investing. It's not how I teach our members in our academy how to invest. It's not how I invest. I don't run out and buy something like a madman. That's not the way to trade, guys. It's not how I would suggest anybody trades. Be a little bit smarter about that. Be a sniper. Be a ninja. Mohammed says, any stock where we don't get screwed by day traders dump. I mean, any stock that has very low volume is susceptible to day traders. What do I think of Wody? Wody. Wody retail sold. This one here? This penny stock? It's been as high as $1 and it's down to a penny. I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about that. Morris says, just sent you an email. What an experience. Don't ask. What? Getting your phone? Oh, man. RD Sully says, I said gold stock, not good stock for Bex. Yes, Bex is a gold stock. Sorry, it's a palladium stock. It's a junior miner. It's a palladium stock. Yo, what's up, Tim? How you doing, man? Alex says, yeah, Harvest Health. He studies drums with me. One of the founders. Yeah, you were telling me about that. Why don't we get him on our show? Can you get him on our show? Why don't we work with him? We'll get investors learning about his story. I think that's what companies need more than anything right now, is they need more investors, more retail investors investing in their story at the bottom levels. You getting your phone set up? Nice, Morris. Good man. Joe Mama says, penny stock CRFT has been crazy this week. Day trading fees with TD adding up. Going to use Webull. Do you have a deposit code? Yeah, I can get you one. I haven't even looked at it. Like a referral link. You're in America, Joe Mama? Because you can only set up Webull if you're American. They don't accept Canadians. Yo, what's up, Anthony? How you doing, brother? Dylan Fraser says THMO's bottom in 5.7 million outstanding, up 58%. That's tight outstanding. I was looking at them today. I heard Timothy Sykes and his community were taking the credit for it. Nice move by THMO. Tight share structure. It's nice. The RSI is very heavily overbought, so be careful of a trend reversal. Personally, I wouldn't chase this, but you guys are willing to do whatever you got to do, right? I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I wouldn't chase something that's at over 74 on the RSI. That's my signal to short. This is a short signal right now. Not to say it can't go higher. It is going up after market right now, but only 4 cents. Had a monster day up 58%. Huge gap up. This is the 1 minute. Let's look at the 1 hour. There we go. So look at that price action today, guys. Look at that. You want to talk about making money? Get in right there at $6. Bam. So I guess Timothy Sykes and his community were riding this wave today. It's a nice wave. Very nice wave. A lot of volume, a lot of momentum. 13 million shares of volume. Big. Looks good. I wouldn't chase it at this point, but Baby has big news. You know, Baby was down today. I was looking at it. Anthony says, looking for an explosion from Bex. Well, I mean, look at ITKO, right? This is their last deal. They had an explosion. You know, it takes some time, guys. These guys are running 3-month, 6-month campaigns. This is not like a 1-week campaign, right? Let's look at the trend line right up. Right up to 21. Right now where it is, 19.5. See the trend line going up? I believe this continues. I mean, that's where it's going, right? That's ITKO, and that was their last deal. So, you know, they alert people, they alert people, they alert people. Eventually people get in. I mean, you can see it's already trending up. This channel's going up. RSI 62, so it is kind of a little bit overbought, but I still think there's a lot of room for this to run. So, you know, any day now they're going to have that air news. And once that news gets out, don't be surprised if we see these guys make a move. Hey, man, I would love to get him on the show. It's going to help him get more exposure, right? Joe Mama says, didn't know that about Webull. Thanks. Do you recommend any low-fee trading apps to use in Canada? I don't use the low-fee trading apps. I use TD Bank because I like good execution. Personally, I use TD Bank and RBC. When I'm investing and I'm investing with real money, I don't like to mess around. So I only deal with the best banks. TD Bank, RBC are my 2 banks that I trade with. I don't mess around with discount brokers. But if you want a discount broker, I heard Quest Trade is really good. That's who I would suggest. Wave Select says, Baby has big news for June. Hey, you know what, Joe Mama? I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to make you a moderator and give you a wrench because you've been supportive this whole time. And also members of the Trading Academy will get wrenches. I don't know who everybody is here. If you're part of the Trading Academy and you don't have a wrench, let me know and we'll make sure I get you a wrench. That gives you more power in the group, gives you the ability to remove members if they're saying weird things. We want to have an intelligent conversation when we're live and when we're interactive. If we don't have intelligent conversations, we're not going to be able to generate any income. At the end of the day, the whole idea here is to have a community that works together to win together. That's the whole concept. So people that have wrenches have more power to eliminate people that are being disruptive and reckless in the chat, in the community. Wave Select says, Baby has big news for June. Yeah, obviously Baby's been a huge winner for our community. I brought you guys this at 30 cents. It went to $1.30. Very big fan of Baby. I saw it down to 106 today, and I was like, oh, it's kind of getting lower, see this trend down? Look at this. Look at this. Do you guys see this? It's interesting price action. 47.5 cents, March 19th. 5 weeks ago, guys. Huge run up. That's the trend line just running right up, right? All the way up to $1.33, and now it's effectively coming down. Consolidating. Consolidating. Now the question is, does it go back down to this level, 47? And if you look at the 1-year chart, you'll see, I mean, when I started talking about it, guys, look, 28 cents. You know, we got in around 30 cents. That's when I started talking about these guys, about 30 cents last year. So, you know, we've come a long way with these guys, and they were as high as $1.30. They've come down to 47-cent range, which I showed you guys, and they've made a big move up since, and now they're consolidating again. So see how they had a huge red section here of selling, which brought this down? This selling right now that's happening is just starting. This might go lower, guys. I could see this trending lower. Could go higher too, but you know, could we see them go to this range again and then buy right here? Would love to just load up at 40 cents. 40 cents, 50 cents, if we could. Seems to be getting resistance here at these levels. This 130 level here, It's getting resistance. Right here. That level right there is getting resistance. And this is the support level right here. This is the level of support. So this is the support region, and this is resistance. So literally, we have so much room in between. We have room for it to come down, and we have room for it to come up. It looks as though this is the type of stock that's going to go up. It's going to come down. See that? It's going to come up. It almost feels like the next move is down here again, and then another big move up. But may not happen. May not happen. But as an investor, I can dream, right? I can dream as an investor. Robinhood. I mean, Robinhood doesn't have a lot of options. I'm not a huge fan of Robinhood. I know a lot of people use it, but they don't have a lot of options of stocks you can trade. Alfonso de la Peña says SHRMF is quietly moving up. SHRMF. You're talking about this one? Champagnon brand? 89 cents? Yeah, it is. Wow. It's doing really well. Very bullish. Very bullish. Very good pick. This thing's doing extremely well. Now, I also wanted to talk to you guys about oil. Now, oil is screaming, like I told you guys it would be, because we're coming off all-time lows, right? And when you have all-time lows, that's going to create opportunity for people that are opportunists. Opportunists are going to see this as their chance to get oil cheap. Boom, just broke 20 bucks, guys. So oil is up now 6%. So now oil's back to 20 bucks. I truly believe oil is going to continue to go up. I think it has to go up to $50 to $60 for the oil industry to even operate. So I'm not surprised in this move. I've been talking about this move, and I've been telling everybody, I've been screaming from the rooftops that this is a buying opportunity for oil. It's a buying opportunity for oil. It's a buying opportunity for oil. So I told you guys about a bunch of oil picks yesterday. Let's look at them. Suncor. I really am bullish on them. Very, very bullish on Suncor, guys. Okay? I'm going to look at their 1-year chart. These guys were at $34 in January. Currently at 17. There's a chance here for us to double our money. And I think it's a very good chance that's going to happen. Very good chance it's going to happen. Like, look at that. Huge drop, right? Tried to come back up, came back down, starting to come back up. I think it goes way higher, guys. Way higher. Suncor is a giant, okay? They're going to go higher, guys. XOM, another one of my picks that I gave you for for May 2020. I gave you my top 10 yesterday. XOM, guys. Look at these guys. Giant. ExxonMobil, look at this. Was at $71, $73 in November. Now it went as low as 30, now at 45 after market. Guys, there's some huge opportunities here in oil, okay? Oil goes up, these oil stocks tomorrow will explode, okay? And oil is up. Oil is up. This is the futures market. It's up 5.84%. So this is very bullish for oil, okay? Oil's just gone back to 20 bucks. This is a very key indicator, all right? It's just bounced down, but it's probably going to be around 20 bucks. So it's a very key indicator, and it's like a very bullish indicator. So getting over $20 is a huge hump. I say gold stocks, I say oil stocks need to be looked at very carefully right now. Now, I do believe gold stocks have been going up a lot, so they need to retract. So my opinion is that a lot of these gold stocks are actually going to retract before they explode. I think oil right now, though, is going to do the opposite. I think oil has to go up because all of these stocks went down so far when oil crashed, and they're all starting to come back up. You can see these massive recoveries. Massive, massive, massive recoveries. Look at Sunoco, giant. 32 bucks in January, $10 in March, already back to 24. It won't stay at these levels, guys. It will not stay at these levels. It's going to go higher. Price of oil goes higher. Sunoco goes higher. It's very bullish, guys. Very bullish. Look at that. Very, very bullish. Very bullish. Sunoco and RTS. So you can see here. Oh, sorry. You can see here that we are at $33 for Shell. Shell is one of the biggest, most powerful companies in the world when it comes to oil. And you can see here it was at $56, guys. Sorry, $66 in June of last year. And it went as low as $24 and is now at $33. So I kind of wish I put Shell in my top 10. I didn't. So this is kind of like a gift to you guys right now for being here. Really bullish on Shell, and I will probably be buying this stock. I'm not lying. Like these prices for Shell are a gift, guys. Look at this. We haven't seen prices like this. Like, let's look at historically, 5-year chart. Historically, I'm going to look at some trend lines. We're going to draw some trend lines. It's the highs, the low that we just hit. Like this low that we just hit on Shell was the lowest we've seen in 5 years. Just to give you guys an idea of how great of a buying opportunity that was. Even where we are right now at $33, I want to show you something, guys. This is how I trade. It's kind of how I trade. Just look at the fundamentals and look for good companies with lots of money in the bank. This is where we are right now, okay? See this? You can backtest this. We've never been this low, guys. Even at these prices, even 33 bucks, it's almost never been this low. We can go back years. Look, as far as 2000, we've never been at 33 bucks. Never. Been as high as 88. This is Shell, guys. 83 in 2014. Look where we are right now, 33 bucks. Yeah, I think it goes higher, guys. I think it goes higher. I think we see something like this. I think we see something like that. And boy, oh boy, if we see something like that, I mean, these were the prices, $73 in 2018. But if we have something like this, it's going to be a chance to make a lot of money. Be a chance to make a lot of money right there. So, yeah, I'm bullish on Shell, man. Shell, Exxon, Suncor, and Sunoco. Those are my 4 right now. My 4 major oil companies that, in my opinion, are too big to fail and will find their way through this oil crisis. Edward says, yep, oil is screaming. I bought WLL, OXY, XOM, and STNG. Let's take a look at some of your picks. Thank you for sharing. WLL. I know WLL has been making crazy move. WLL, guys, you can see it was as low as 25 cents. And now it's already back to 126. As high as 870 in December, guys. 870 in January, now at $1.26. This definitely has to be looked at, but you have to be careful with these that are so low. Like what happened with me with oil, it got redeemed. So just be careful with some of these ones that are so low. One thing I've just recently learned with oil, you don't want to buy the ones that are too low where they could potentially get redeemed or go bankrupt or something crazy happens. We have to be careful here. OXY. Occidental was at $9. That was the bottom. It was as high as 47 in January. Now it's 16. Yeah, this one looks good for sure. You can see how it's already coming up off that bottom, right? OXY. And let's see, XOM I showed you, and STNG. Some of these are some that you guys have been talking to me about a lot. Scorpio tankers, holding tankers that will hold the oil. Look at the 1 year. You can see it's been as high as $40, as low as 12, currently at 21. Yeah, great upside. Love your guys' picks. Absolutely love your guys' picks. Dylan says MTDR. MTDR. Let me pull up MTDR. Benton Resources. $7. Benton Resources, high as 19 in January. A low of, whoa, wow, $1? What? These guys were at $1, man? And now they're at $7? Holy smokes. What the hell did I miss here? MTDR, guys. Whoa. These things crashed, hit the bottom, and have exploded since. Thank you for this pick. Thank you, Dylan. You're a beast, bro. Did you buy this, Dylan? Wow. Hal G says, and the tanker companies like NAT, Norris American Tankers Limited, NAT. Yeah, NAT has been on a tear. I know at one point they were green like 10 days in a row. Starting to retract now. I always like to look at the 1 year chart. See, it's been as low as $1, as high as 9. And then I like to look at the 1 month. See what the trend is. Trend's been up over the last month. Hit a high of 9, is coming back down. You want to start positioning yourself at the bottom here again. See that little green wick after all this red? See if the trend's going to reverse here and start coming back up here. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. See this come back up here. From here. Back up like that. There's a very good chance we could see that happen here. But, you know, it had a big move, so it could retract too. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Actually, let me... More like that. There you go. I think we could see something like that. Some type of price action start coming up. NAT. NAT's been doing well. WCP for 3X. Oh man, I got killed on the oil ETF, bro. So for me, these ETFs scare me, man. Scare me now. Up 16%. Whitecap Resources, WCP. Okay. Edward says Nat, definitely. I think Shell too. You guys like Nat? Yo Mama says Dylan Fraser, I didn't even know Medtainer was public. I'm using one right now. No joke. Wedding Crasher getting ground up. Yeah, he's not talking about Medtainer, but Medtainer is public. Hell G says yes, Whitecap is awesome as well, a good one. Enbridge? You know what? I didn't even think about Enbridge. They're a staple for sure. Enbridge. Enbridge is just a beast when it comes to, let's see how they're doing. Yeah, high of 43, low of 22, back to 30. So they took a hit like everybody else, but they've been trending right back up. Look at this. See the power? Like good companies, guys, will bounce back. Good companies with money in the bank will always bounce back because the rich are going to buy them on the dip. I'm going to buy the dip. I like to do the 1 hour candlesticks. Each candlestick is 1 hour. Look at that trend down. Wow. Enbridge has been trending down. Interesting. Yeah, I like Enbridge. Wouldn't be my favorite play because they just don't move that much, but obviously a very solid holding. Helgi says uranium plays have been moving as well. Anyone heard of UEC? Yeah, Uranium Energy Corp. One of my favorite uranium plays. Yeah, it's had some decent movement, but nothing crazy. Actually, that's not true. Look at that. So from 35 cents to $1.20. It's pretty crazy, actually. It's pretty good. So you can see here, 35 cents in March, huge run up to $1.20. Massive move for Uranium Energy. Man, I missed this move. Wow. Huge move. So yeah, UEC, definitely one that I'm watching. Good call there. Pluto Mine says, hey Rich, what do you think about Airbnb IPO? I don't know. IPOs have been very sketchy. I don't know if I trust it. I'd probably watch it. I wouldn't be buying it right away. Yeah, Uranium Energy Corp has been screaming, bro. Just saw that. What's the ticker for Shell? RDS. RDS is the ticker for Shell. Royal Dutch Shell. RDS-A equity on New York Stock Exchange. $33. Oh, it's already starting to climb after hours. See that? Interesting. The energy plays are going to climb now, guys. I won't be surprised because oil is up. So don't be surprised to see energy stocks start to climb after market. Dan says, I bought Enbridge at the bottoms. They're typically safer because they don't have the risk associated with pure oil plays. Yeah, it's possible. Jack of Spades says, got into Libero, copper, and gold thanks to my boy Rich. Yeah, you know what? I bought that too. Got some yesterday, 20,000 shares. LBC, here's the pick. And I wish I actually waited a little longer because it actually went down today, 9%, and I could have got it a little cheaper, but pretty comfortable with my investment, 20,000 shares, and I got it at a pretty good price. So I feel pretty comfortable with it. And just another one of NIA's plays, right? So see here, same type of setup, 3 cents, went as high as 12.5. No real news yet, no real nothing happening here. I guess there was a little bit of movement here to get it to this level. When they first started talking about it and saying that this is their new pick, there's a little bit of buying here and a little bit of momentum, but now it's kind of died off. The momentum dies off, right? Now is the time to position ourselves, in my opinion. We get it now, we position ourselves, and get ready for them to make a big run. And I see this going to 20 cents as well. I really do. I think this goes to 20 cents. And if it goes to 20 cents, we get to double our money. So, or close to double our money. So remember, I told you guys the last pick they did, ITKO, it was almost identical to all these trades. They almost look exactly the same. Look at ITKO, 6 cents. All of a sudden, they alert it, starts to make a move. Gold was hot at the time, goes up. Then gold kind of dies down. It slows down a little bit. Now it's climbing back up again. Then they brought out more picks. They brought out LBC, which I own. They brought BEX, which I own. And they brought up MEK, which I own. I own all three. And I own 20,000 shares of MEK, I own 10,000 shares of BEX, this one right here, and I own 20,000 shares of LBC. And I feel pretty comfortable with my investments. And we'll see. I might win, I might lose. I honestly don't know, but we'll see. If all three could double, I would be very happy. And once again, these are National Inflation Association's picks. These are not my picks. But they do have a history of doing a good job with a lot of their picks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this was their last pick that I was watching and talking to you guys about, and they've done really well on this one. So if this happens with those three, I'll be very happy. You can see this one went to 21 cents. If those three can go to 21 cents, you guys already know I'll be selling. IJ says, why did you buy MEK? It's just another junior miner. And they own a lot of shares in other miners. And they have little to no debt. They've got some money in the bank. And I just thought it had a lot of upside. All three of these companies have similar stories. A lot of upside, money in the bank, little to no debt. And they've got some good things that are coming for all of them. So I believe these are early. And I like to get in early. And I believe there's an opportunity for us to make money on all three. I really do. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is because I bought all three. And I also believe the price of oil will continue to go up. And as you can see, it's up 4.88% today. And if we look at a chart historically, 5-year chart, you'll see that oil is the lowest it's ever been in 5 years. So we are lower than we've ever been in the last 5 years. We've never been at 19 bucks. So in my opinion, this is a buying opportunity. We need the price to be at, at least 40, but I would even say more like this range, 60, for the oil industry to be really strong and healthy. At least $50 to $60 for it to be healthy and strong. And to be quite frank, it has to go up. It has to. So I believe that oil stocks are going to go up. I believe that oil is a good investment at these prices. It was a better investment when it was lower because it's going to go higher. Yeah, it might have some dips, but I believe over the next 3 to 6 months, you will see oil go back to $50 to $60. I really, truly believe that. WTI. Is this the old oil? You guys have any other picks you want me to look at? SABR, once people start to travel in any space, boom, SABR. SABR. Okay, I'll take a look at it. SABR. Yeah, they're down after hours 6%. They were at 50 cents in March, ran back up to $7. Wow. And was as high as 25. Whew. Yeah, this one looks very interesting. Thank you for this pick. SABR. Wow. Have I looked at FD? FD. Who's FD? Face drive? We're talking about face drive? On the TSXV? I'm not familiar with this one. But yeah, big move up. $270 to $520 in the last month. Now coming back down. Warren Buffett says, check out Mark, the next CODX. This company is selling thermal solution AI that detects COVID-19. They recently sold orders to Japan and the United States. You know, a lot of people have been talking to me about Mark, and I just haven't looked at them. Maybe I need to look at them more closely. 56 cents, up 31% today, 69 million shares, and up 3% after market. Interesting. $144, down as low to 25 cents, and now at 56 cents. Remark Holdings. You gotta get into their news. Jack of Spades said Suncor went down today for some reason. I mean, these guys still have to go through it. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. It's not going to just be a skyrocket. Unless you see the price of oil go back to like 50, 60 bucks. Right? So it's climbing, but it's climbing slowly. It's not, you know, violently going back up. Adriano says, tell me more about Bex. You recommend and digging by it? I like it. It's a palladium play. You can read the news. I already talked about it right here. They've got a deal with they own 19.68% of Clean Air Metals, which is going public any day. And those shares are valued, if the company goes public, at between 30 to 40 cents at around $7.5 million. An extra $7.5 million in the company's balance sheet is going to really enhance the company's balance sheet. And I believe will make them undervalued. I believe that there will be some upside pressure, and we're going to see the stock go higher. How much higher? I don't know. We've seen it go as high as 14.5 cents. That was after National Inflation Association put out a little bit of news about the company, and when I talked to our community about it, we saw the stock go up. Since then, it hasn't done anything. A lot of people said, Rich, what's going on? What's going on with Bex? Rich, why isn't it moving? I have no idea. They haven't put out any news. They're obviously just taking their time. I'm assuming when the news comes out that it's going to move, but I have no control over it. I don't know this company. I have no relationship with this company. I've just invested in them, and I'm investing based on the fact that they're a junior mining company at a reasonably good price, money in the bank, little to no debt, assets that are going to be booked on their balance sheet in another issuer that's going public, and being recommended by National Inflation Association. So there's a lot of reasons why I think, a lot of catalysts why I think something's going to happen here. And even the owner, the president of NIA, is saying that they own over 1 million shares. Why would they be buying 1 million shares of this company? They obviously know something. So something's up. So when it moves, if it moves, we'll be ready. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that answers your question, but you can read this, and it'll tell you a little bit more about this company. I'll shrink this so you can read that. Dylan Fraser says, on my watch list, besides the ones you've said, Rich, HSE, IPL, MEG, OVV, TOG, TRP. I think one to watch is OVV. Hey, thank you for your picks. Let's pull them up. Thank you for your picks, bro. Let's pull them up. HSE. Husky. Yeah, you know what? I like Husky. Good call on Husky, man. I like Husky a lot, actually. 14 bucks high over the last year. 2 on is the low. Over the last 3 months, you could see high of $9. High of $9. Low of 2, and currently at 4. So I think there's a lot of upside here, guys. Good call. I like Husky, actually. Good call on Husky. IPL. Interstate Power. $25. So I had a big dip here. Came back up. Yeah, I just don't see how we make money on this. Is this the right one? IPL. Inter US. Okay, 1164. Okay, this one looks good. 1164 was as low as 5, a high of 25, and now at 11. Yeah, good call. IPL. MEG. Meg Energy. 311. High of $8 in January, low of $1.13, and starting to come back up. They all look the same, right, guys? They all look the same, all these energy stocks. OVV. It's funny how they all take a hit together. We'll look at the New York Stock Exchange one at $6.33. Was as low as $2, a high of 28. Yeah. Yeah, OVV looks good, bro. From 28 down to 2, now it's 6. My goodness. RSI looks really strong. Could be a little bit overbought here, so be careful, but yeah. Monstrous. Look at that bounce up from the bottom, guys. This is how we make our money right here. This is our money maker. Find the bottom, buy, explosion, 200% up. Look at that. In 1 month, guys, in 5 weeks, from $2 to $6. This is where we make our money right here. Finding these opportunities. So that drop on oil was a buying opportunity like crazy. TOG. So, when there's blood on the streets, that's when you need to get in, Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. TOG, high of 345 in the last couple months here, low of 41 cents, and now back to 112. Wow. That's another interesting one. I just get worried about these little ones after what happened to me on my oil play just recently. And TRP. And it's funny now because oil's coming back up and it's really pissing me off that I just got redeemed on a trade like that when I know that all the oil stocks are all going to scream and I could have bought any one of these oil stocks. That really bothers me. But hey, you live and learn, right? TRP been as high as 55, low of 32, currently at 46. This one looks interesting. MAXR. Maxar Technologies. Low of $7, high of 13, currently at 1261. In the last year, high of 21, a low of $4, currently at 1261. Maxar Technologies. Interesting pick. Definitely coming up here. From $7. Nice run up to 12 here. Morris says there is an RDSA and an RDSB. Those are just different shares. They're just different shares. I don't know the difference. I'd have to look into it more, but they're both Shell, and they both have good volume, so I think you could buy either or, to be quite frank. And this one looks good too. The RDA and the RDB looks both good. 16 million shares traded. They're both. This is Royal Dutch. The other one is Royal Dutch Shell. So I think it's the RDSAs that you want to buy. I think it's the Royal Dutch. Yeah, Royal Dutch Shell is RDSA. So I would go with the RDSAs if you like Shell. Helgi says, what do you think is going to happen with ACB when the reverse split's happening? Well, the price is going to go up. Shares will be consolidated. There'll be less shares. The question is, what do they do after that? Are they going to go and issue more shares again and dilute it further? That's the real question. So that remains to be seen. Faisal says, "What's up, Rich? Always making great calls." Hey, man, we trying, bro. We trying. Very bullish right now on oil, and I believe that gold is going to retrace. I'm going to show you why. What my strategy is with gold. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm going to tell you what happened here with gold over the last 6 months. So gold made a big run up here, right? They made a huge run up. I'm going to show you something. So gold in January was at, this is Kinross gold. It was at $5. See how it just climbed all the way up with power to 830? And that was by February. From January to February, it went from $5 to 8. Then look what happened. I want you to see what happened after that. Because it's very, very interesting the way it's traded. Then when the market crashed, gold went down, and so did Kinross gold from $8.30 all the way to $4. Remember, it's at $9.19 in Canada, okay? All the way to $4, which was a smoking buying opportunity, and literally bounced right off that line there all the way up to like $5.40, okay? It's a buying opportunity, it went right up. And then screamed up to $6, consolidated down, screamed up again, consolidated down, and then screamed up again, consolidated down, and then screamed up again, consolidated down, screamed up again, consolidated down, and then screamed up all the way up to where it hit earlier last week at $10.19, which was pretty much its all-time high. Look. Well, it's all-time high in years. It's been as high as $27, but that was in 2007, okay? So we haven't seen those numbers in a very long time, okay? The last time we've even seen $10 was 2013. So it's the highest it's been in like 7 years. So you'd have to assume there's going to be a pullback similar to what happened here. See that huge green candle? So big, big, big buying, but I think they're going to be a pullback here. I might be wrong, but I'm kind of staying in cash right now for this reason. I want to see a pullback. I'd love to see it go to this region and then bounce back and then go even higher. That's what I think is going to happen. I might be wrong, but this is kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. Is that we're going to see a pullback. I don't know how far, but we're going to see somewhat of a pullback, and then we're going to see a bounce back. So I'm waiting to get in around this region, if it could possibly go here. And I don't care if I have to wait for a few months, but that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it to bounce down again. If there's going to be some type of a crash, another crash of some sort, Q2 revenues come out and they don't look good, and something creates a crash in the market, this is what I'm looking for. This is where my pot of gold is. It might happen, it might not happen, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right? And it's the same thing with all of these gold stocks. They all look the same. They all look the same. So, was lower, had a big run up, came back down when everything crashed. Look, even the same price range, $4, and almost identical. Look at this. You want to see how crazy this is? They all trade similar. Look, it bounced off that $4.67 price, which was clearly a point of support line. It bounced off this support line right here, and huge amount of buying right here, bam, and then right up, bam, bam, bam. Right, so from $4 right back up to 8 in like a period of like a day. It went from $4 to 8 in a day. Like, that's crazy. Drops from 9 to 4, and then from 4 to 8 in a day. Comes back down, goes back up, goes back down, goes back up, and then just starts to climb, where it hit its highest in, let's see, not ever, but close to its highest ever. And the last time we seen gold at these prices and these stocks at these prices, these all-time highs, you can see right here, is when gold was at all-time highs. And we're approaching all-time highs again. So what I'm thinking is going to another, I think, I might be wrong, but I'm thinking there's going to be another consolidation period where they're going to come down. Thinking, I might be wrong, where it comes down back to this region and then goes back up higher. That's what I'm thinking. And if that happens, then that's an amazing, amazing, amazing buying opportunity for us, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And that's why I'm getting into cash. I'm trying to position myself for when it does come down. If it does come down, I want to be able to take advantage of that. Hey, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate you, brother. What do I think of LSPD? LSPD. Lightspeed POS. I'd have to look into this company more, but it's been as high as 49, as low as 10, right now at 26. Had a nice move here. Looks interesting. You're new to the stock market. What's the best app to buy stocks? Well, it depends on where you are, but I don't really use apps. I use brokers. And if you're an international, you can use Interactive Brokers. If you're in the US, you can use TD Ameritrade. You can use Fidelity. You can use E-Trade. And if you're in Canada, you can use Questrade, or internationally, you can use Questrade. I use TD Bank and RBC. Those are my favorites. I think they have the best execution, and I don't like to mess around with my money. So when I trade with the two biggest banks in Canada, RBC and TD. Dylan uses RBC. Yeah, RBC is the biggest and the best company in Canada. They're the number one company in Canada, RBC. And TD's number 2. So I bank with both, and I also bank with CIBC, but I also do my trading through RBC and TD. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on with oil and what's going on with BEX. Keep BEX on your radar. Keep it on your watch list. Something's going to happen. I don't know when, but something's brewing. So stay tuned. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching, we bring you the winners, and we bring them to you first. It's true. And if you guys are live, smash the like button, crush it, and subscribe for more updates. So every time we're live, you get access to all the information first, live, and in real time. Hit the bell for notifications. So every time we go live, you get a notification. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for bringing me into your home. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. So keep BEX on your watch list, and I'm telling you guys, gold's going higher, and oil's going to go higher. But gold may go back first before it goes back up. And like I told you guys, we just showed you that gold's just been consolidating, and I think it's going to consolidate a little bit lower. I might be wrong, but so far it's started to consolidate. We'll see where it goes. Thanks, guys. Peace. And remember, don't panic. Never fear. Rich TV Live is here.